All right, Black Goose family, so what's good with it? I got a couple of dates for y'all that's going to supposedly happen in the heavyweight division before the end of the year, so we got a little bit of excitement to look forward to. The one that I'm most excited for is Daniel Dubois versus Joyce. That was something that was supposed to happen pre-pandemic, ended up getting postponed, obviously because of the whole COVID situation. Thought maybe we were going to be able to get it a little bit earlier this year, but they both ended up taking fights other than against each other, I guess, for warm-up. I'm not really sure why they did that, but they both ended up taking fights. If you're following both of them, Joyce fought, I think like a month ago. He ended up KOing his opponent in like in 2 rounds. Daniel Dubois, he just fought, I believe like last week. He totally blasted his opponent. So both of them, you know what I'm saying, no injuries, didn't really take any damage, just had a good training camp, got in there, looked like kind of like a glorified sparring match, except they was able to knock the dude out. But you can do that in sparring depending on what it is anyways, what gym you're at, who you're going against, blah, blah, blah. But easy work for both of them when it comes to their opponents. So now we're talking about the actual date between the two. It's supposed to be happening before the end of the year. They were slated to fight, I think, October 21st or something like that. But right now they're shooting for November 14th or November 21st. The reason why they're doing this, in my opinion, is because the second part of this video, the other heavyweight date that's been announced, is Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte 2, the rematch. Eddie Hearn announced that it's most likely going to either be on November 14th or November 21st. So that's interesting to me. Does this mean we might have a co-promotion between Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn? I doubt that. What ends up happening, I think Frank Warren is going to try and deliberately basically go head and head against Eddie Hearn, depending on the fight week. Now, to me, I think that's stupid, just because the ratings for boxing matches have been a lot lower since the whole COVID situation, with there being no fans. So it hasn't done the same numbers like the UFC is doing, and how they're propelling when it comes to the whole COVID situation. And that can be debatable too, because it's just certain really events that's going well for the UFC. But I think what Frank Warren is kind of just doing, he's going to show that his heavyweights, when it comes to Daniel Dubois and Joyce, is more popular than Dillian Whyte, Alexander Povetkin. I would rather them do it on different dates. I'd rather see one of the dates on the 14th. Like, let's see Daniel Dubois versus Povetkin on the 14th, on the 21st, and then the weekend after, let's see Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte 2 on the weekend after. That would be great, in my opinion. But you know how it goes. It's all about money. It's kind of see who's the best. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a pissing contest for the most part. But those are the dates when it comes to those two heavyweight bouts. Real quick, you know, there was a lot of hoopla, a lot of, you know, smoke, a lot of traction in that game when it came to the whole heavyweight tourney. To me now, it doesn't seem like that's as possible. It might have just been, you know, someone put that out in the air and a lot of people ran with it, because obviously with Dillian Whyte having a rematch, I'm not sure how that still goes, but a lot of people can argue, well, he's having the rematch within the year. So with that happening within the year, and really him not being able to fight anybody else that's slated to be on this heavyweight tournament, since none of them have fought, right? The next slated person that's supposedly in this heavyweight tournament to fight is Anthony Joshua versus Pulev, and that's going to be December 12th. So, and I'm not sure when Chisora versus Usyk is supposed to fight. We haven't gotten a confirmed date on that yet. And then obviously we still have all these different reports going on when it comes to Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. It may happen this year, it may happen next year. If it doesn't happen this year, the fight's not, all types of bullshit. So the heavyweight tourney to me looks real bleak, right? But at the same time, I said that same thing about the lightweight tournament, and it looks like that's going to be happening. So, you know, when you follow the media, you know what I'm saying, and you gotta take it with a grain of salt. But what I'm telling y'all is facts when it comes down to the fact that Daniel Dubois and Joyce most likely is going to fight before the end of the year. It's looking like November. Same as Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin 2. That's going to be happening before the end of the year. That's going to be in November, and most likely both are going to be either on November 14th or on the 21st. How do y'all feel about those two fights? Which ones are you more excited for? Who do you think has the upper hand between Daniel Dubois versus Joyce? If you haven't heard, Daniel Dubois just got ranked above Joseph Parker. He's number 2 now, I believe, on the WBO rankings, and then obviously Dillian Whyte's coming back pretty quick from a brutal knockout. How do you think he will be able to adjust fighting Povetkin again? I feel like it's going to be the same exact fight, but when it comes to the knockout, he can't avoid that knockout if he kind of just watches the tape and sees what he does wrong. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I still don't believe Dillian Whyte is a natural boxer, so it's going to be hard for him to beat Povetkin a second time. Y'all got mad at me about that last time. It'd be hard for him to beat him a second time, especially since Povetkin can go back and really just clean up some things, tone up some things, because there's some things that Povetkin could have done better, and there's some things that they could see from Dillian and Whyte that they can take advantage of, and it can happen a little bit earlier. So Whyte's just gonna have to be careful when it comes to that. But I just want to know y'all opinion. It's not about my opinion, it's about y'all family. So go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, all that good shit. I want to hear what y'all got to say. And once again, me and Zen are going live for the Houston Rockets LA game tomorrow, so make sure y'all join. As always, stay positive, fuck the bullshit, keep your head up, and remember, no matter what they say, you better than them.